All right, started. So the first thing, but yeah, like I was saying with the Ilya return, the only thing I'm worried about when it comes to Ilya, great return by the way, really, really great return. The only thing I'm kind of worried about when it comes to him is the crowd, what I say, connection. Because even when he came out, his return, it wasn't a big like crowd pop. It wasn't this giant pop that a lot of other people would get. Even though like the IWC knows he's great, me and you know he's great, but I don't think the broader audience, I don't think like the casual wrestling fan know how good Ilya Dragunov is. But it's just gonna come with time. It was the same thing with Gunther, like you said. It's just gonna come with time, honestly.
I was very excited to see him win the title on SmackDown. This was a great way to launch his title reign, I think, and I think it was a great usage of Sami Zayn's run so far in the U.S. Open Challenge. He did great work so far. He deserves a little break. I think Sami Zayn's probably going to win the Royal Rumble. I think that's the reason why they
Oh
took the
my
title off of
god.
him as well. But Ilya Dragunov as the U.S. champion, unfortunately, I think Ilya Dragunov is just a transitional champion. I think they want to put it back on Solo, but I really do want him to have like a long run. I want him to have like a Gunther type run with the United States Championship, and I kind of think that's what the United States Championship really needs. It needs like a long term champion. We haven't really had one of those like since what Shinsuke Nakamura, and he defended the title like one time during his entire reign. That was like back in like 2018, I think, when he had that
Oh
title for like a
yeah.
year and
Oh
didn't
yeah.
defend
King
it ever.
Shinsuke. Yeah, I remember. I remember that
Yeah,
time.
like that's the only time that title like was had a long reign for it. So I think that someone like Ilya Dragunov going on a Gunther type reign with the U.S. title, that would be really beneficial to the U.S. title and making it feel important again, because it just Sami Zayn's been helping with the Open Challenge, but honestly, before Sami, that title was the lowest, like literally the worst title on the all the brands. Like it was literally meant less than nothing. It was less valuable than the women's tag team championship, I would say. Like it was literally getting featured less than that championship. It was actually that bad.
True. That's facts. That's what I guess. There's not much to say there. So it's gotta give it time. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna do the U.S. Open Challenge anymore. I don't think so, especially with what's going on. It's that.
Yeah, I think
I don't think that's definitely done for. I'm sure it's done for. Mm, but yeah, though one of the main things I wanted to talk about, which got me aggravated, is how the NXT tag team titles are currently being held by the Hardy Boys because NXT, I don't care what you say, NXT is a developmental brand. It's not, it can have the major stars on it. You can sit here and say it's a third brand and that it's better than Raw sometimes, better than SmackDown sometimes. NXT is where people go to develop their character and their charisma and in ring skills and to, get their shtick down. That's where you have people start and go to. Why is a developmental brand tag team titles being held by people who have a combined age of almost 100? It doesn't. It's just stupid to me. It's so dumb. Like to be so lazy that you can't put the titles on an NXT tag team, or that you keep, or that you can't even make a credible one that or something. Just do something else, but then put them on two almost 50-year-olds on a whole different brand, by the way. It was on TNA. And then from there, you go have them fight these other old dudes who are almost a combined age of 100. Now, one said he wasn't even going to wrestle anymore at Bound for Glory in the Dudley Bros. It doesn't make sense to me. It seems kind of lazy to me. It just kind of shows that they don't have any, like, a care interest to sit here and develop their NXT tag teams, which is crazy because NXT has some of the better tag teams ever across any brand of wrestling. So it's almost kind of wild. It's weird.
The Hardy Boys having the NXT title literally just buries the entire NXT developmental brand. And it also proves that the NXT, it really isn't even a developmental brand
It
anymore. It's
is.
treated like a regular brand. They just released Wes Lee because they had no
Oh my
creative
god.
plans for him on the
Don't
main
get
roster.
started. Oh
They
my
only
god.
were booking him for the NXT. So that shows you like they're not even booking these guys to like be ready for the main roster. They're just thinking short term. So now they're just putting the title on the Hardy Boys. I mean, that kind of buries the entire tag team division of NXT and TNA too, to be honest, because they have both of those titles. And like you, the Hardy Boys in their old age still are trouncing the new talent, the new crop of talent that we have nowadays. Like that makes them look horrible. The Hardy Boys. Jeff Hardy, like damn near 50 years old with all of his injuries, is still beating the ass of the new talent that we have today. Like, why should I be watching these guys? Why should I care to pay to want to watch these guys fight? Jeff Hardy in his old age is still better than you. This is what I'm being told by the TV. It's telling me this. They're the champions. They're the best tag team right now. So that's crazy to me that the a tag team that should be retired. Honestly, they really should be retired.
True, true,
I mean,
true.
the fact that they're the champion, the unified champions at that is insane for a developmental brand. I mean, that's just like what?
That's insane. That's
What?
what I'm saying.
Why are they even on NXT? I don't even know what that is. Like, why are they even there?
Let's say why are they on NXT? But they still wrestling. You should hang it up. You think they hang it up? I'm tired. I love the Hardy Boys. I don't think the Hardys are my goats or anything, but I love the Hardy Boys. But man, it's I just don't get. All right, people are cool seeing the Hardy Boys wrestle at this old age, but Jericho, God forbid, he still wants to wrestle again. God forbid. All when Ric Flair wrestled his old age, God, oh my God, it's the worst ever. Sting just returned at AEW. Okay, it wasn't like a full return, but he made an appearance. Man, Sting's still going and he's old. It's like all it doesn't make any sense. It's a weird double standard, and I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. That's me though. That's
Oh,
me.
maybe it's not necessarily a double standard because Ric Flair almost died in the ring. I don't think Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are at that point, but
Shit.
you are right about like yeah, like
Jeff Hardy's almost died in the ring a couple times. That's due to his drug
that's
use.
fair. Yes.
What do you call it? But yeah, I think this is a good time to talk about. This is a long-standing debate that's been had about okay, because I'm saying that Travis Scott worldwide is way more popular, not way, but more popular than Cody Rhodes. And this Carl fucker here is trying to tell me that he's not. I don't see how you sit here and say Cody Rhodes, the American wrestler who in all WWE stuff mainly takes place in America, is more popular than someone who has done international tours and worldwide tours. But please explain why you think Cody Rhodes is worldwide more popular than Travis Scott.
Sure. So Travis Scott is yeah, I mean, he does do international tours, but like Cody is professional wrestling as a genre is more internationally known and more tuned into by a broader audience than hip hop really. As someone who's actually been overseas, yeah, like people do listen to hip hop overseas, but they're not they don't like follow artists necessarily. They're not like following Travis Scott really. They really aren't. He's really like an American sensation. It's something that's specifically like known in America and really popular in America. People know of Travis Scott, but he's not someone where like people are gonna be like coming up to him and asking for autographs because people probably wouldn't even recognize him if he walked around in the streets. It's more likely that people recognize Cody. It is more likely people recognize Cody because Cody is a bigger figure because he probably is more seen by a broader audience than Travis Scott. To know Travis Scott, there are people in the United States who don't even know who Travis Scott is. To know Travis Scott, you kind of have to be tapped into like hip hop. You have to be tapped
Well,
into rap culture. You kind of have to be tapped into that side of the world. A lot of people aren't tapped into that side of the world because they're not from the United States. That is really a heavily United States oriented market.
so
A heavily
you don't think that people you don't think that so you think the broad regular people know who Cody Rhodes is, even though they don't watch
yeah
wrestling, over knowing who
yeah
Travis Scott is, even though in America rap is pretty big and more pushed than wrestling.
yes yes. That's because it's in America. In America, rap is big, but in other countries, they have their
Yeah,
own
but
genres. They have their own artists. Like they have their own people that they listen to. They're not listening to. They are listening to Travis Scott, but it's not as frequently as you probably think. It's not as frequently as in the United States. More people probably are watching professional wrestling. More people are probably watching like TikTok clips of like Cody Rhodes, fighting Roman Reigns and the Bloodline storyline and all the garbage that's going on in WWE now. They're probably more tapped into that because it's just something that's easier to get into as a broader for like a broader audience. I guess so is a easier way to explain it.
Mhm.
Wrestling is like you don't have to be a wrestling fan to like see wrestling. To like see Travis Scott clips and Travis Scott content, you kind of have to be a fan of his content. Like you're not gonna just accidentally bump into Travis Scott. You might like listen to some of his songs on accident. Yeah, you'll probably see it in like a commercial, but you're not gonna actually know. if you don't actually know who Travis Scott is previously, you're not gonna find out, right? You're not gonna find out. And then like that's another thing. Travis Scott appeared at WrestleMania. He appeared at WrestleMania. A lot of people didn't know who he was. They didn't know who he was, and these
I
are
doubt
professional
that.
wrestling fans, and they're in the United States. You could say like they're not like tapped into mainstream culture, but I mean, if the people in the United States who, if there are people in the United States who already don't even know who he is, I mean, how can you expect someone who is overseas who probably doesn't have access to that kind of content as easily as someone in the United States because it's not getting pushed on them by the algorithms? How can you say that they? How can you say that they would be more well known? I guess.
I get what you mean, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just feel like it's just because Cody's just more general. He's more broad. Like broadly speaking, he can appeal to multiple markets. If you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be a professional wrestling fan to know who Cody is. You don't have to be a hip hop head to know Travis Scott, but it's less likely if you don't listen to rap, you probably won't know who he is. It's less likely. You don't have to, but that's the thing. Like you don't have to even know anything about professional wrestling to probably know who Cody Rhodes is. You probably see him, and there's other media where you'll probably see him in. That's the thing.
I feel it. Okay. I feel it. We'll see what people have
But
to
hey, I
say
don't know.
about it.
Maybe I'm
I don't.
tripping.
I
Travis
don't
Scott got
agree,
a
but
lot.
we'll see. We'll see what people have to say about it. Because I just wanted to make it out there that's actually an argument. Because I'm not saying it's not close, but I just think I don't know. I think if you were to ask every single person that's on Earth, who do they know? Oh, do you know more Travis or do you know Travis Scott? Yeah. Do you know Cody Rhodes? And where they say yes or no, or the other way around. I just don't. I don't know. I just find more people say Travis Scott. He's a pretty big guy. He's a very big guy, man. I don't know.
He's big in the United States. That's the
He's
thing.
big in other
We live in,
countries, though. Like
he
he's big
is
in
big in
other
other countries, but
countries.
not as big. I
That's
think
like
the fact
saying,
that he's
oh,
so big in the United States, we overlook the fact that other countries have their own cultures and have their own
That's like
music that they
saying,
listen to. They're not
oh,
tapped
he
into
can't he
what
can't
we're
be
doing.
big in other countries. Kanye just went to Korea and had one of the biggest concerts fucking ever. Like, how's that? Like, what? Kanye's a
Yeah,
rapper.
Kanye's been rapping for like 20 years. He's built a brand. He is
Travis
international.
Scott
He's someone
has a
where like
brand. What are you
worldwide.
talking about? What?
He's
Cactus
not
Jack
as
is Travis
established as
Scott's
Kanye
brand.
West.
Yeah, but your whole
Not
thing
as
is that
established
he's
as
a
Kanye
rap. He's
West.
an American rapper, so mainly people in America would know. It's our only people in America would know him. Even then, some people in America don't know him. But for
I
it's
didn't say
different.
only people in America would know
You
him. I said
said,
that most of his audience, the most of his audience is congregated in the United
and
States.
then you were like,
Most of his
some people.
attention is based on the United States.
You were like, some people
Other
in
countries
America
are
don't
not
even know
going
who
to
Travis
necessarily be.
Scott is.
I'm not saying that they don't know him. They probably, yeah, there's probably. I
Oh,
mean, they play his
brother.
songs overseas.
Oh,
They probably
brother.
do know him. But I'm saying that he wouldn't be as considered a mainstream figure like Cody Rhodes would. I think if you
Okay.
put a picture of Travis Scott up and put a picture of Cody Rhodes up, more people are probably going to point at Cody Rhodes and know who that is than they
I
would Travis
doubt
Scott.
it.
If you
I
go
doubt
overseas, I really feel like they would. I feel like that would
Okay,
happen.
so
People would be
go
like, I
to
know who that
fucking
guy is. He's a wrestler,
Africa.
right? The
So
champion, the WWE guy.
random place like in Africa, for example, where completely
Absolutely.
different
Oh my God,
culture.
even better. Absolutely, they know Cody. They don't even know who Travis Scott is. They probably wouldn't even
They
name a
wouldn't
Travis
know who
Scott song.
Cody is. They wouldn't know who Cody is.
I
What are
feel
you
like they would
talking?
absolutely know Cody
No,
because
maybe
Cody grew up wrestling.
maybe
Wrestling is worldwide. That's the thing. Rap isn't. Rap isn't
yes, it
necessarily worldwide.
is.
It's
What are you
something that
talking
is a
about?
predominantly United States oriented
Something can be
thing. It's
predominant
something
and
that other
still be
cultures
popular in other
they dabble in,
countries.
but it's not something that predominates their culture like us.
Something can be predominant in one place and still dominate other countries. Like what? What are you talking about?
But it doesn't dominate other countries. That's what I'm saying.
But wrestling does. Wrestling dominates other countries.
No, but it has a general audience that's broader. That's
And
what I'm
so
saying.
does hip hop. What?
It kind of doesn't. If
Hip
you don't
hop,
listen
like
to hip hop, you're probably not gonna know much about
they
hip
do.
hop and the
Other
artist.
countries make their own version of American hip hop. What?
See what I'm saying? Their own versions of American hip hop, meaning they
Yes,
have their
based
own
off
artists
artists who are
that
in
they listen
America,
to,
like Travis Scott.
but they have their own artists that they listen
Oh,
to.
brother.
They
We'll
have
see.
their own artists that they listen to.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
Even
You're
okay,
trying to
so I'm just
you're
saying you
listening
make it
to
sense because
whoever the hell the artist is in their country.
you're saying like okay, so that knowledge and people have their own wrestlers that they watch, and one of those wrestlers cannot be Cody Rhodes. Like what?
But that's different because WWE
Oh,
is actually international. That's like the
that's
only
different.
wrestling league. Like, okay, I guess if there's a WWE in England that's just primarily in England and it's that big, I don't think that exists. I don't think there's something that in England that's an England-based promotion that's comparable to WWE. I really don't think so.
WWE is an
In
American-based
size.
promotion. It's an American-based promotion. We're not talking about Travis Scott being bigger than wrestling. We're saying specifically Cody Rhodes himself. I just don't
No, that's what I'm saying.
like
WWE has a broader market. Like WWE is the wrestling show.
than
It's the wrestling
music.
company
Than
for the
music.
entire world. For
WWE
hip hop,
has more broad than music.
that's not what I said at all.
Bro, oh my god. That's what Travis that's what you're saying. That's like what
It's
you
not
said.
music, rap music, a specific type of
Oh
music,
brother.
not music,
It is
rap music
music.
specifically,
I don't know. I don't
not
need
just
that to be
music,
bigger than
rap
music,
music
bro.
specifically, rap music. Yes, rap music is specifically something that is popular in the United States, and it's specifically the type of music, the rap music that you're talking about. They don't like I said, they're listening to their own artists. They have their own artists in these countries. You go overseas, the number one artist isn't Travis Scott. It's somebody else. It's somebody who we probably don't even know. We don't even know who that artist is. Like if you go to Korea, the number one artist in Korea is not Travis Scott. It's
Well,
probably not an
duh.
American. It's probably some Korean K-pop, not even K-pop, but probably some Korean rapper, honestly. It's probably some Korean rapper.
The number one wrestler in Korea probably is fucking Cody Rhodes if he goes there. Like
It
I
probably is
don't.
Cody Rhodes. That's the thing. See,
It's
the number one
not.
wrestler in
It's
Korea. Who
probably
is it?
not Cody. It's not Cody.
It's probably gonna be Cody
If
Rhodes.
there's a Korean wrestling promotion and their biggest star walks into the street, they're probably going to get a bigger court than Cody Rhodes. I'm not gonna lie, you probably are.
Absolutely not. I do not believe that
Yes,
at all. And I don't
Cody
think you
Rhodes.
believe that. What?
Cody Rhodes goes to other countries with people, or even other states with people from that state or country, and gets outshined. People liked AJ Styles more in Paris, France, than Cody Rhodes, and AJ has nothing to do with Paris, France, at all. Like, what? What?
Okay, we're not talking about whether people like the person or not, or
Oh
whether
my
their their
god.
crowd reaction. We're talking about whether they're known and their popularity. So I'm talking about,
So yeah,
yes,
I'm
people will
saying.
probably know Cody Rhodes and give him a standing ovation if he walked into
I
Korea.
think
Yeah, because everybody watches WWE. Well,
so.
not
Yeah,
everybody watches WWE,
I,
but most people probably know professional wrestling and know
I,
WWE in Korea, even if they don't watch it. So
I
they'll see
think
Cody, and if they know anything about wrestling and they know at least recognized him, seeing a TikTok clip of him,
at
they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's
TikTok.
Cody Rhodes."
I just think that a Korean wrestler who's done all his work in Korea, is basically the John Cena of Korea, would be bigger in Korea compared to American Cody Rhodes.
I mean, that's true. He would be bigger in
So
Korea,
what the?
but that doesn't mean that people like Cody wouldn't get over. That doesn't mean Cody's not popular in that country. It doesn't mean that he's not more popular in that
Yeah, and
country.
I'm saying it doesn't
People
mean
know.
Travis wouldn't be popular in a country.
Yeah, he wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. He's not as popular. He just isn't like
I
that.
don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you're just
He just
racist.
isn't. Maybe, but
No, this guy's
I'm
racist. Get him
choosing
the
the
fuck
white
out of
man
here.
over the black man. I guess that's just racist. Yeah,
You can be racist towards
I
both
think it is.
sides.
I what do you think,
Let's
TikTok?
not let's
What
not
do you
get
think?
political again. You know how you begin. You can't get all political
Oh,
and shit again. Talking about Trump first podcast out. You might hear
so Jay,
that.
what are your
Get it
thoughts
shut
on
down.
Charlie Kirk's assassination?
Okay. I don't have a thought.
And now we have to cut.
And now podcast is over, guys. It was a good
Podcast is
run. It was a good run. Good 2 episodes. Good two
FCC's
episodes.
cutting our funding, guys. We're
All
done.
right. The next thing I
We're gonna
wanted
get
to
Jimmy
do.
Kimmel.
Next thing I wanted to do is just off the top of the head. Just don't give me a reason off the top of the head. I want you to predict the next champion for each title I'm about to name. So I don't need a reason. Just tell me who. I'm gonna go down the list.
Okay.
All right. All right. The WWE Championship that's held by Cody Rhodes right now.
Next person, Randy Orton.
Seth Rollins World Heavyweight Championship.
Next person, Braun Breaker.
WWE United States title held by Ilya Dragunov.
Oh, Solo Sikoa, unfortunately.
Intercontinental Championship held by Dominic.
I don't think Dominic's losing that title, so I really don't know. I don't think he's losing that
So
title for a while. Actually,
you don't have an idea who the next person who's going to be at
I don't
all?
think he's losing it till Mania. I really don't. I think he might hold it past Mania. I really don't have any idea of who he's beating. Who's beating? He's beating everybody. He's beating like the whole roster.
All right. World Tag Team Championships held by the Judgment Day.
Oh wait, actually, wait. If we can go back to that last one, Finn Balor. That's who can take it from Dom. Finn Balor. Just thought of it. The Raw Tag Team Championships. That's another one. I really don't even know because like like what tag teams are on Raw?
That's a cool amount.
Like there's
But
like two tag teams on Raw. I guess of the two tag teams that we have, they have the War Raiders and the New Day. So out of those two tag teams, it could be I guess the War Raiders. I don't know. Like I guess the War Raiders, the Grande Americanos.
the SmackDown Tag
Are
Team
they a tag team?
Championship. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I think the MFTs are getting that.
The Women's Championship held by Tiffany Stratton.
The Women's Championship is probably gonna be like Jade Cargill, honestly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Women's World Championship held by Stephanie Vakir.
Women's World Championship held by Stephanie Vaquer. Guess who's getting that back? Rhea Ripley, baby. That's who's gonna dethrone Stephanie Vaquer. That's my opinion.
Women's United States Championship held by Julia.
I forgot that title existed. Michin, I guess.
Gross. The Women's Intercontinental Championship held by Becky Lynch.
The Women's Intercontinental Championship, Maxine Dupree. Actually, no, not why did I say that? AJ Lee.
Women's Tag Team Championship held by Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I think I think the next person that's gonna beat them for the title is gonna be Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I think they're gonna fight for the titles and win.
Rhea's gonna be a double champion. I feel it.
I don't know if she's gonna be a double champion. I think they're gonna lose the titles before that. But
Double champion.
the
Question is, who are they gonna lose to? Who would they lose to? That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
I feel it. Okay.
that's what I feel like they're gonna lose to. I feel like she's gonna lose to both. She's gonna win both those titles, but at different times.
Okay. Okay. So next thing I want to be on. SmackDown happened and it was okay. Not a bad show. One thing that me and you was okay. SmackDown wasn't this
I
crazy.
disagree.
It wasn't this crazy all time fucking show. It's not. It was a okay show.
I like the show.
The best part of the show,
I think
the best part of the show, and the only like super standoutish part was the Ilya return and the match itself. I was like, the match was really good, but you know, the rest of the show wasn't this like all time thing. Like what happened in the show that was like, whoa.
The main event was pretty fucking crazy.
Crazy? It was not. It was not that crazy. It was not that crazy.
I think it was pretty wild. I mean, if you actually notice the small details and what was going on,
they normally
see some things, and it was kind of crazy.
They normally do stuff like that.
I don't know. They were teasing heavy with the Cody heel stuff. He literally came out in black. He was out here, got disqualified. He was biting Drew McIntyre. You guys shit on me last time.
You and this black,
stuff. I was right when I said the vision was going to break up.
That didn't even get posted because it happened the day I was posting it.
And exactly. I was more correct than I even knew.
They're like, oh, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it already happened. Why are you posting this after it happened? You recorded this before, so you look smart or something stupid." And I would have got banned. Would have said a slur.
I recorded this. I predicted it before it happened. So.
Yeah. It happened the day after we recorded, and I was gonna post it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think I think Cody's turning heel though too.
But yeah, that is the next thing we're gonna talk about. I was gonna ask, is it time for Cody Rhodes to turn heel? All right, I got some pros and cons to it. All right. Now, Cody Rhodes should turn heel, in my opinion, because I think right now in WWE, we are just missing that big bad. There is no big bad in WWE. And I don't like, it was cool at first, the whole Triple H credible heel thing, honestly, like Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes and people like that, and Seth Rollins in a way. The credible heel was, it was cool at first, but there was never just a big bad guy. Roman was the big bad when he was with the Bloodline before. And I feel like Cody Rhodes is he's the one. I think Cody Rhodes is the one to be the big bad in WWE. He's your face of the company right now. You know, you got John Cena leaving. He's gonna be done for, and I just think it's time to make that big shift into the next era, almost the next era, especially the next era of Cody Rhodes when it comes to his character development, to where he becomes interesting again. Because like I said last video, Cody Rhodes just isn't interesting right now. He's not. I just don't think Cody Rhodes is that interesting. But the cons against it, you know, the big con against it, there's not a lot. There's really not a lot. There's enough faces that you could either put the title on or to just go throughout WWE in general. I don't, but I don't see many cons to turning Cody Rhodes heel. He's talked about turning heel. Cody Rhodes heel work in any other company has been top tier. I don't think that he has to go like black hair again. It would be different and cool. I don't think he has to go like black haired Cody Rhodes and all this. I don't know how they would turn him heel. Be pretty easy, but man, if they turn him heel, I kind of hope they do it earlier because I kind of hope they do it sooner than later. Honestly, I hope they do it sooner. They'll probably do it later only because he's beefing with Drew right now. Drew is also the heel in this scenario, whatever. But you know, after this, I think it might be really the perfect time after this, or maybe at the Rumble, honestly, or something like that.
Yeah, I think they should definitely turn him some. I don't think he's gonna turn heel at all because I think
I think
that
he
Randy
should.
Orton is gonna end up turning heel, and then he's gonna end up beating Randy for the title, and that's gonna be the next big feud for the next year. It's gonna be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. I think that's the big feud for next year. But I want heel Cody. I do want heel Cody. It's just I don't know if they're ever going to be able to pull the trigger effectively because I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities. What honestly they could have really turned him heel with that Cena with the at SummerSlam. Honestly, I feel like they should have too and did a double turn.
I feel it. That's
Have Cody
true.
turn
I can
heel
see it.
and destroy Cena, and they get the fans to turn on him.
That would have
They
been
could have done
cool.
that effectively.
That would have been cool.
That would have been an effective heel turn too.
But since we're talking about Cody already, now here's another thing. I think it's time for Drew McIntyre to win the WWE Championship. I just think it's time to do it. You know, we've been tugged around and pulled too long. He won it in COVID, which basically didn't matter. Did he lose it to Roman? Isn't he the one to give the title to Roman and make him the double champion? I know that was Brock. I'm tripping. Or is that Brock? One of the two. I think it was Brock though. He was champion during COVID. Didn't matter. He carried COVID a lot with Becky Lynch and Jey Uso in the Thunderdome and things like that. I just think it's time. I think he deserved. Not only does he deserve it, but we just need something new. I think people have been wanting to see Drew McIntyre's WWE champion for a long time. He won it at Mania, and then lost it in the cash in the to Damian Priest, which was Stu, don't get me started on that. But I don't. I think it's time. His character needs it. He can't keep taking these L's in these championship matches. You can't send him back down to the freaking mid card. He needs to stay main event. The only way for him to stay main event to me right now is to have him win the WWE Championship. In my opinion, and apparently he was supposed to win it at WrestlePalooza, but it was a literal last minute backstage. Hey, we're not gonna do this call by Triple H. Apparently, Randy was supposed to betray Cody and cost him the title. But I just think it's time. If not now, then when? It's just not now and when, honestly.
They kind of need to rebuild Drew's character. He's been losing way too much. I would not take him seriously if he was WWE champion. I just wouldn't. He's been losing every title match he's in. If he wins this title match, I'd be like, how did he do it? There's no way he does it clean, and I believe it. You know what I'm saying? It would be like John Cena just winning the championship clean at WrestleMania 41. It would have been weird. It would be like, what? Everything we've seen up to this point contradicts that ending, so it wouldn't make sense. Like we've seen Drew get beaten multiple times by everybody pretty much on the roster. So I don't understand. I wouldn't understand him just all of a sudden now he's world championship material. I don't get it. But hey, I do want to see him win a world title as well. I just think he would needs to take some time to rebuild. They need to take some time to rebuild his character. They need to give him some wins. They need to give him some credible storylines. Yeah, they need to give him something. Have him do something that stands out. Maybe not even give him get. They need to do something for him to have him stand out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe he needs to cut a pipe bomb promo like CM Punk. That would be ironic and kind of funny if he cut a pipe bomb promo like CM Punk. But
Nah.
I
Yeah.
think he needs something like that, honestly, to bring the spark back. Because, geez, man, his character is in the gutter. He's a main event jobber. He's literally a main event jobber. When's the last time he won a match? Like, bro loses every big match he's in. The only time he can win is when he's fighting Jelly Roll. It seems when the title's on the line, the dude just doesn't know how to wrestle. All of a sudden, he loses against every opponent. I don't understand that, and it wouldn't make sense to make him a world champion just like out of nowhere like this because how could you like it just doesn't make sense on a storytelling level because how could he win the title after we've seen him repeatedly go for the title and lose and then all of a sudden now he's able to just beat Cody? I just wouldn't it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be credible to me.
True. That's true. What was I finna say? What was I finna say? Yeah, other thing I wanted to talk about, kind of just a weird side thing. I don't know what the deal is. I think I kind of know, but I don't know. Cause what the fuck is the deal with Ray Phoenix? Cause this is my thing, all right? Because I hate when WWE does this. I hate when they bring in a new guy and they have all these cool vignettes. These cool. We know who it is the whole time. When they did it with Penta, they did it when Aleister was back. They did it with Ray Phoenix, and I know the big goal is to get the Lucha Bros back, but it kind of seems like why haven't they done it yet? You know, Penta's kind of doing something with Dom. You know, he was gone doing whatever for a couple weeks. I feel like they should have been did it. You know, Ray Phoenix had his thing with Andrade. Andrade left, which kind of left him in the gutter. He just got attacked by the MFT on SmackDown. What I could see them doing is for the War Games match. It's the MFT versus like Sammy, Ilya, Ray Phoenix, and all these people that Sammy defended his U.S. title against. If they're not going to do MFT versus the Wyatts, they should do MFT versus the Wyatts, but they'll probably do the MFT versus the Sammy Avengers. But I just don't see they need to just do this Lucha Brothers thing already. It almost seems like they only did this big deal with Ray Phoenix and Aleister and Penta because they were in AEW, and it feels like it's the only reason. I think it's kind of petty. I can't lie, it's kind of petty. I don't like when the companies mention each other all the time. It gets kind of corny, or even do the slight jabs. But this is just kind of. It's not even cool petty where there's a big payoff because there's no payoff. Ray Phoenix, people forget he's on the roster. He disappeared for like 2 months at one point, and now he's doing this. But great competitor. I just hope they figure out what the deal is. Or just do this Lucha Bros nonsense already. Just get it over with.
This is a problem we're seeing with a lot of these new AEW signings. They don't have any plans for them for real. They sign them, they're big for like a month, and then there's no stories for them after that. They have nothing to do with them. This happened with Rusev, it happened with Phoenix. It kind of is starting to happen with Penta a little bit. He's kind of falling off. I don't know. He's been missing from TV for a little bit. I don't know if he was injured, but he was missing for TV for a little bit, and he wasn't doing anything of interest for a while. And he kind of hasn't been doing anything of interest for a while. Um, what other AEW talents did they sign? Miro or
Miro
Rusev,
is
whatever.
Rusev. Miro is Rusev. He said it Rusev.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I said Rusev. Okay. Who else? There was another one. Andrade. That's a perfect one. Andrade. They just brought him back, and they didn't have anything to do with. It's so shocking how they had nothing for Andrade. He's such a good talent, and I don't understand how nobody knows how to book him. I don't get it. I really don't get it why he doesn't click. I don't know. He's one of my favorite. I feel like he should be a world champion. More than a lot of the guys that people are like, oh, this person should be a world champion more than it. Andrade for me was him. He was the guy I was like, this guy could. I'm not even joking. He could be the face of the company. That's how much stock
Whoa.
I had in Andrade. I believe he could have been the face of the company, at least like a Spanish face for the company. Like a Spanish ambassador. He really was like that guy. He's so good and he's so presentable too because when he was with Zelina Vega, he just had the aura of a champion. He just felt like a champion. He felt like a real sports fighter. And that was something that was lacking in WWE at the time, and it's lacking now. That kind of like Brock Lesnar esque, like prize fighter, where it feels like a special event when this guy's in the ring. It felt like that for Andrade when he was in NXT, and you really would get 5-star classics when he was in the ring. But like all of a sudden, they just decided to take Zelina Vega away from him, or they didn't put him with Zelina Vega when he returned, and they didn't give him a manager at all either. That's what he really needed. He needed someone to speak for him, or at least a manager, so that he could to help him out with his promos. But that's why he. I feel like that's a major reason why he failed. They just threw him out there on TV in a suit and just expected the fans to react. but they didn't give him anything else. They didn't give him anything else. They didn't give him any any presentation that could help to help him connect with the fans, I guess.
True, true. What do you call it? Freaking. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's all facts. What was the next? Let me put that down. That's a hot take. Andrade could be a face of a company. That's a hot take. That's a hot one. I
I
just think
believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I just think he has a bad job connecting with fans. That's my whole thing. He said he just does. It's not his.
I don't bet.
It is his fault, but it's he like. It sounds lazy, but I just don't think he has aura. I just don't think he has that kind of aura.
I think he does. He does have that aura. It's just that nobody ever lets him have. It's just that he needs the right environment for it. He like again, watch his stuff in 2018 in
But it's like,
NXT.
what's his
He was
environment?
that
He's been
guy.
in
He
both
had the
company.
aura.
He's been in both companies twice. So what's his environment? What's Andrade's environment? That's my thing
That's what I'm
about it.
saying. When he was in WWE, the first run that was pretty good. The second run was not.
I don't know. It was okay. I don't know about pretty good. Maybe because he's not married to Charlotte anymore, and Charlotte's the GOAT. That's just another reason she's the GOAT. You get married to her,
He
you
wasn't
become
married to Charlotte
great.
before.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't in 2018. He wasn't.
Yes, they were still together. They broke up when he was while he was in AEW, I think.
They were not married.
Yes, they were. You yapping about it over there.
They weren't even together in 2018. What do you
Yes,
mean?
they were. What? What? What are you talking about?
2018 when
Yes.
he was NXT champion,
Yes. Well, not married, but they were together. Not married.
they weren't even dating,
I
bro.
thought we.
No gas.
I thought
When
we were
he was
talking. I thought we were talking about later. I don't care. You're talking about NXT, the developmental brand runs. I don't care about his developmental brand runs. I don't. I don't
well, that's
care.
what I'm talking about. I mean, that's what I'm referencing.
If
That's
it,
when he was peak.
I think if you're only good when you're in NXT and you don't, what do you call it, and you can't translate that to the main roster, then there's just something to be said. And it's not completely his fault. It's not completely, but at the same time, some people just don't got the aura and they don't got it. That's how I feel about like Trick Williams. I don't think Trick Williams, he has it in NXT. I think Trick Williams will come to the main roster. He's just not gonna have it. That's what I think about him personally.
He's gonna end up like Carmelo Hayes.
Hopefully fucking not. Actually it's embarrassing because he's black, so he might. But yeah though. What's another? There's another thing I wanted to do. Real quick. What was I gonna say? It was both of us give two or three. Both of us give two men and then two women we'd like to see return at the Royal Rumble because it's sooner than later. Royal Rumble's coming up sooner than later. They're gonna start doing announcements probably in December, probably in
Who
November
do I want to
actually.
see?
We need two. Give me two men and two women you'd love to see return at the Royal Rumble and why.
I would love to see. I want to see. I want to see Stevie Richards return at the Royal Rumble. Big fan. I'd love to see that, and I also love to see Maven Huffman make his WWE return. As you can see, I'm basing this off of the YouTube channels I watch. So I would like to see them return. Other than that, I don't want to see any of these other legends return. We've had enough of that.
Really?
Who else? Who else would you want to see return that's still alive? Like what? Who?
Edge.
I mean, Chris Jericho. I mean, I don't actually even want to see that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see that. So no.
Nah, that's true. I feel what you mean. Originally, when I made this, I was like, nah. I was thinking to people, but I can't think of legitimate, real. I'm thinking realistic people, either returns or debuts I'd want to see. Because I'm not gonna say
Yeah, come on,
Moxley.
like Edge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I
say
guess Edge.
Edge.
You know,
Nah,
just make up people.
Edge. Edge is not hap. The only return for the men that's gonna be actual, even kind of surprised, might be Austin Theory. Honestly, he's gonna
Is
be
that
the
even
only
gonna be
big.
surprising? Will anybody care?
That's what I'm saying. Are people even gonna care? Like a return for the men? You should probably just predict. I'm trying to predict. How about this? I'm gonna try to predict a return for the Royal Rumble. The only or a debut, like Chris Jericho might be the only one I can even kind of think of when it comes to a debut or a return. There's not many people who I think are gonna be off a contract enough for that 3 month non wrestling period to return at the Rumble. It's not. I think it's too late. Honestly, now that I look at the date, it might just be too late.
But
Yeah.
who else would you even want to be like
I'd want to see
to
like
return?
there are plenty of AEW people I'd want to see. Who do I think is like realistically there aren't any though. There's just not any.
But like even like without the realism, like say we're doing Forbidden Door, it could be
Oh,
anybody.
Kenny Omega easily. There's no debate.
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh, you mean debuts? I thought you mean returns.
No, not even returns. Like Edge would probably be the only one. Edge should probably be the only. I like. Let me think. Let me think. Yeah,
Karrion Cross, maybe.
that shit's not
Maybe
happening.
return to the
Hell
Rumble.
no. That nigga's not coming back.
I do not think he's coming
Karrion
back
Cross
either.
says the next
You
place
know
he
what?
signs is gonna be the last place he is. Him and Scarlett is. He said he's not. He says he'll sign whatever. He'll do whatever he can to stay in whatever company he signs with next. So, and I don't think it'll be WWE. It doesn't even make sense for it to be WWE, in my opinion.
Know where he's going. He might go to AEW.
I might as well. Like, it's like, why not? It's literally just like, why
Bro,
not?
get it.
Like, why fucking not? Get your money. But yeah.
Get
And
money.
this was the one hot take I kind of had. I don't even think it's a hot take, honestly. It was just kind of a thing I was thinking about. Because the releases came out, and I said that Wes Lee is the second biggest fumble in NXT history. In history, just straight up. Now the first being Adam Cole. Adam Cole's the first. It is what it is. And when I say NXT fumble, I mean someone who has never really got their shot on the main roster. Adam Cole had 2-3 matches on the main roster on like a Raw, a pay-per-view, and then a SmackDown. I'm not counting that, but I think Wesley is the second biggest one. You know, if you watch NXT at the time, then you knew Wesley was synopsis with the North American title. He was the guy. Wesley was so big that I didn't think it was crazy him beating Oba Femi when he came back, and it almost seemed right. You know, at the end, in the long run, it seemed him not beating Oba was the right decision. But then after that, they just fell off a cliff with Wesley. They made him turn heel against the Rascals for whatever stupid decision when they did the TNA partnership. They 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 didn't put it. They didn't want to give him any kind of title, any kind of actor story. Wanted to give him no W's. They made him cut off his locks. Made us his own decision. He cut off his locks, so he lost his aura there. He kept losing. He changed his theme song, and he had some whack little faction he was a part of. And it just, I knew he was done for when they turned him heel. Wesley doesn't even give presentable, believable heel at all. He's a 5'6" guy who people are supposed to be scared of. It doesn't make sense. But his in-ring talent is insane, and his connection with the crowd was insane, and everything about him was insane. It was Wesley to me was a future star in the making, like like best NXT star in the last 10 years type of guy if they did it right. But I think they just gave up on him after he got hurt. I genuinely just think they gave up on him. Honestly, I
That is
love
a hot
Wesley.
take, and I
That's a
disagree
hot take.
massively.
That's a hot
Yes,
take. Who?
you think that Wesley is the biggest
I
NXT
said this.
fumble?
I said the second biggest.
Maybe maybe this even still
He's
the
the second.
second.
Who's the
Oh
top
my
three?
god, I
Who's
don't
the
even think
top
he's
three?
top
I
10.
said
I'm not
Adam
even gonna
Cole.
lie, I don't even think he's top 10.
Okay, so who's the top?
Dude,
Who's the
you
top
must be a
10?
new fan. Maybe that TikTok guy was right. Maybe you are a new
Who's
fan.
the top
You
10
must have.
NXT? Who's the top 10 NXT fumbles? Tell me.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Okay,
Shinsuke Nakamura
he's
is
not. He
probably
didn't
number one.
fumble. Oh, you're tripping. Okay, you ain't know what I'm
He
saying.
absolutely
You're
was a
not
fumble. You
listening.
really think Shinsuke
You
Nakamura was
literally
not a
didn't listen.
fumble?
I said an NXT fumble is someone who had most of their stuff in NXT, who didn't have a lot of matches on the main roster, and then got released while in NXT. Like what? What are you talking about? You don't listen. Shinsuke was a team. You don't even like. Oh my god! You don't listen. Jesus Christ.
A weird standard for a fumble, then I
The
guess.
fumble,
I guess
yes.
he is the biggest fumble if
And
you have
Matt,
that hyper specific criteria. All right, then
that's
yeah,
not
he's the
hyper.
biggest
That's not hyper
NXT fumble.
specific.
That is
No,
hyper specific.
it's not
You
hyper
said that he
specific
has
at
to
all.
have he stayed at NXT. He only had a
He's
few
someone who
main
got
roster
released.
matches.
He's someone who
Under
got. He was
developmental,
an
and he got
NXT.
released.
He was an NXT talent who got released while he was mainly on NXT. That's an NXT
How many
fumble.
people?
What is the
How many people
what is
have that
it?
has that happened to
A lot of
that were
people
actually irrelevant? Really?
that were actually see now you're changing the goalposts. You're moving the goalposts. You're trying to decide what's relevant and what's not. Whoa.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you want to mention just like random people, like some random jabroni that was only in NXT
Holy
for like
shit.
was like in NXT for a
Holy
year,
shit.
then I guess
The Broncos might come
that's the
back.
thing. Like who else? Who
Holy
else
shit.
even fits that criteria
Holy
that
shit.
we're talking
The
about?
Broncos might come back, Zach. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, Zach.
And
Holy fuck.
Adam Cole also didn't
He's the number
actually did
one.
have matches on it. Yeah, you did have matches on that main roster.
Yeah, like
I guess if
three.
you're just
Yeah, like
counting
three.
people that didn't get called
I
up,
mean, if you
but
were
I thought you meant people that got
specifically,
called up.
if you were specifically an NXT guy, I'm not like I shouldn't even count those matches on the main roster. If you were a guy who was on NXT, you were never a main roster character, then you're an NXT guy. Adam Cole got released, so he was
Who were
still in
called up?
NXT.
So people who weren't called up in NXT,
People who weren't
basically,
called up.
they're the
Yes.
biggest fumbles.
Yes.
Okay, that's different. I thought you were talking about just people who came from NXT.
No, not people just came from NXT. No. No. No, not at all. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if that's the criteria, I guess because I'm trying to think who else even was just in NXT primarily and got released just being in NXT. I don't really know many people who were just in NXT
Keith
and got
Lee.
released that stand out though. I mean, Wesley. I guess Wesley would be the best because like who else
Wesley.
even fits that criteria? That's what I'm saying. That's a hyper specific criteria. Who else even fits that?
Keith Lee. Ember Moon.
Keith Lee had a run on the main roster.
You have a good. That was not a real run on the main roster. Like what? You're counting COVID, random not war game, Survivor
Got
Series
released when
run.
he was on Raw. He
He
was
was
on Raw
not
when he got
on
released.
Raw, but he no stop. It does not count at all. What?
Where was he when he got released?
He was basically still in NXT. See, that's what I'm saying. When you had only a
He
couple
was on Raw.
matches, when you only had a couple little here's and there's on. Oh my God, Tony Storm. Oh my God, Tony Storm might be the biggest one. Holy shit. Nah, she was kind of main roster, I guess. I guess she was kind of main roster.
That one actually doesn't make sense because I think that would actually like she actually only did have one match on the main roster. How could she be considered main roster?
Nah, yeah. Wasn't she part of the Riot Squad with was it
No, she
Ruby?
wasn't.
Yes, she was. She was with Ruby.
Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan.
Yeah, and they weren't they main roster? Or am I not? Or not? Or
Yeah,
am I not remember?
that's not Tony Storm.
Tony Storm was part of that. Yes, she was.
Which member was she?
I
Of
mean,
those
which
three?
member was? I don't know what name she used in WWE.
Of those three names, which one was she?
Wasn't she? I think.
Was she Liv Morgan?
Maybe I'm.
Sarah Logan, or was she?
What's so funny over there?
Because you just said that the Riot Squad was those three people. She wasn't in Riot Squad. You just said it.
I might be thinking of the AEW thing. My fault.
You might be. It's probably the AEW group. But yeah, if she's considered main roster, I mean Keith Lee definitely is main roster. Then what?
Man, Tony Storm's the GOAT, bro. Holy shit, it's a bad bitch right there. I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing though. You saying Wesley is the biggest NXT fumble?
I said second biggest. Yo, look at you putting words. You're putting words in my mouth. I said second biggest.
Second, my bad. Second.
You people.
Crazy. Bro. Keith Lee's right there, bro.
You just said Keith Lee didn't count, so you don't even know what you're saying.
Oh wait, my bad. Yeah, I forgot because we're talking about specifically NXT. Velveteen Dream.
Okay, then there's this guy.
Bro.
Okay, okay,
he's there,
okay.
Bro. He's there.
That's like saying David was one of the best. He could have been next up if he wasn't a pedophile. It's the music industry's fault. He's a pedophile.
Whoa. I mean, those were allegations.
Oh, brother.
He was found innocent of the allegations, anyways, wasn't he? So
brother. No, it was the killing allegations. He's a pedophile. The killing, though.
David. Not David.
No, his stuff was exposed. The DMs got exposed. That was out.
I thought it was debunked though. That people found out it wasn't real. Or
he told. He told like a 15, 16-year-old a really good exercise you can do to build stamina is to have sex. So we should have sex together. That's what he's like.
Oh, that's not funny. I can't laugh. No,
that's not funny. No, it's not. That's
no, you can't say that.
It's true. Be saying that. That's what he did. What he gets. But yeah, though, Velveteen, he was great though. He sold himself though. That's on him. I can't even feel bad. That's why I hate it. I can't even feel bad.
I thought the allegations were debunked though. That's the thing. I those were debunked. That's the reason why he was let back in. To WWE because they found and cleared him.
No, he's done for. He's not blackballed from wrestling as a whole, but that nigga's done for. he's not. If he comes back, I wouldn't be surprised. Brock Lesnar came back, so if he comes back, who knows? You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? That's true. I don't know why they don't bring him back. Honestly, it's because he's black. Actually, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you only can be a white pedophile. You can't be a black one.
Exactly. Vince McMahon at Return in December is gonna hit different. Can't wait for him to be at John Cena's final night.
Oh my God. John Cena's yeah, it is so whack that the WWE couldn't even outbid to get that what is it? I don't know what the Boston Arena is called. I think it's called the Boston Arena, whatever it's called, for John Cena's final match and for Saturday night's main event, and it's in Washington D.C. now. That is
They couldn't
so.
or they didn't want to.
They couldn't. They bid it and they kept getting. They got outbid by someone else. I can look it up and see, but they literally got. They just straight up got outbid for the arena.
I think they just didn't want to. They have money. They could
They
definitely. They
could have
could have
did it. That's
outrated
what I'm
it.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they could have did it. I'm saying it's embarrassing that you couldn't even put in enough effort to do it though. Like this should have been booked the second John Cena said, "Hey," or this should have been like in motion. The second John Cena said, "Hey, I'm done soon, bro. I'm done at this day." This should have been like locked up. The arena should have been locked up on that day, just straight up, no debate.
The disrespect that they're doing to John Cena is fucking crazy. I don't know what John Cena did. If like Triple H has a grudge against him, but I know Vince would never book John Cena like
That's what a
this.
lot of people think. People think Triple H is booking this so bad because
It might be.
because the
Oh my
because he's
god, I might have a
jealous.
theory. I have a theory. I think it might be actually be that. It might be he's actually like irked by the fact that WWE called John Cena the greatest of all time. Because that was not a moniker that he came up with. That's something that Vince McMahon started calling John Cena when he was still booking things. He called John Cena the greatest of all time, and then they ran with that nickname. I don't think Triple H believes that. I think Triple H
Oh,
is. I think he's going out of his way to prove that John Cena isn't the best. That's why he's booking him like garbage. I think Triple H is petty. I think he's a very petty booker. He does things like that. He will book people, bury them as like a rib.
holy shit, Zach! The Broncos just came back from 17-8 against the New York Giants. Holy shit! My
Bro,
God.
of course it's the fucking Giants. The
I might
Giants
have
are
to
a
take a
goddamn
shot.
joke.
They were up. They were up 26-8 at one point, or 21-8.
The Giants?
Yeah, they were. I turned the
Bro,
game
why is
off. I turned the game
fucking
off.
garbage, bro?
Like I turned the
Every
game
New York
off.
team, the Jets are doing
They
shit.
yeah, they were
They're
up.
on a losing.
No, they were up 21-0. Actually, they were up 21-0. Holy fuck, Bonix is the go. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Literally every New York team is ass, bro. Every except for Buffalo. Every New York team is ass.
But Buffalo just lost to the Patriots not long ago, to like last week. It was embarrassing. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. People are talking so much shit in the group chat right now.
Ooh.
Just friends, because one's a Cowboys fan and one's a Seahawk fan.
Oh, they're going crazy.
They were like, "Nah, bro, the Broncos are so ass, bro. How about them Giants? 18 points in 3 minutes, Zach. You know how you know how crazy that is? 18 points in 3 minutes in a football game. Oh my
What
god,
else do you want to
nah.
talk about?
Let me think. What else is there to even talk about? AEW had a very good PLE. Was it a Wrestle Dream? Wrestle Dream. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I'm bad at remembering the names of AEW's PLEs. Yeah, Wrestle Dream, that's what it was. Yeah, Wrestle Dream was really good. It was really good.
I didn't
Just
watch it.
yeah, I assumed Tony Storm lost, but
Okay, bro.
Tony
Yeah, shitting
Storm
all
lost,
over
but it's
me.
not that bad.
I think that you know what? We should respond to some of these fucking comments that we're getting because we're getting a lot of hate, and this hate is not it's not acceptable, guys. It's mean and it hurts our feelings. So please stop sending mean comments.
Oh man, I had to burp. Sorry. Let me think.
Now,
Like,
Logan Paul.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
go
make a spirit
yeah, go on
of
another
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul
The
one.
number one Loganer is back, and I'm here to defend my man. All right, I'm here to defend my hero, Logan Paul. I don't know why people shit on him and act like he's not one of the best right now. He really is, bro. If he wins the WWE Championship, the heat that he would get would be nuclear, and it would be some of the greatest television I think we would be ever be getting. Man, you give a Logan Paul dog. Imagine they give Logan Paul a year-long run with a title. I think they should do something like that. I would troll everybody, give him a year-long run with the title, piss everyone off, and have him have that title from Mania to Mania. And I tease it heavy that he's gonna walk out of the next Mania with the championship. Look, we need a credible villain. I feel like that's what we're missing, and that credible villain is freaking Logan Paul. It's Logan Paul. I think he is that one. He is that guy.
Just straight up.
Straight up, what people see in Dominic Mysterio, I think about Logan Paul.
That's a hot
That's
take.
what I
Holy
think about Logan
shit.
Paul.
Holy shit. When
When
people
people are like,
see,
"Oh, Dominic Mysterio is like a world championship material, and he's all this, he's Dirty Dom." I like Dirty Dom, but guess what? I think Logan Paul is that, but times 10, because he can match it in ring, and he actually has like genuine hatred for him because people actually hate Logan Paul for real. He has genuine heat. Dominic Mysterio, he has heat too, but people starting to like him now. People like him now. He's turning babyface. Logan Paul is someone where like he could be a monster heel, and I feel like the fans will never turn in his favor. Like he would be a heel, and he would stay one, and he could always make the person he's going against become the biggest babyface in the building.
I
So
don't know.
I think it would be a genius idea to put the title on him. He would have great matches. I think he would have great promos, great segments. It would be very entertaining to television to put the title on him. Logan, if you're watching, please, you know, have me on the podcast. I'd love to come on Impulsive.
Nah,
Love
get
to
this
come
guy
on
on
Impulsive.
impulsive. This guy on impulsive. We need it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I would love that. But well, no, for real. I think Logan Paul actually is like he's so good and he gets it. He gets the business. He was able to catch on quick, and it pisses people off. I get it. It probably pisses a lot of people off because he's so good, but like he's such a douche and he's so new to this. So a lot of people are probably like, "Oh, fuck him. He's not a vet. He hasn't been here for 20 years, and he's probably doesn't." They don't think he's like a real wrestling fan. I guess they think he's just a clout chaser, which probably is. But at the end of the day, he's good at his craft. He's good at wrestling. He's not Travis Scott. He's a celebrity who got into wrestling and actually seemed like he dedicated time into the business and actually learning what the business is. And he seems like he's grown an actual respect for it too. So I mean, I like Logan Paul. I think he's a great talent. I think that guy should be featured more. And not utilizing him the way you could is like I feel like it's just a very big hindrance to WWE. It's holding them back.
Oh my god. Whoa, the Broncos came back. They had 30 points in the fourth quarter, Zach. 30 points in the fourth quarter.
Bro, can you stop this?
They
All
didn't
right,
score for
I
three
get it.
straight
I get it,
quarters.
bro.
0-0-0-30.
I get it, bro. The Giants suck. I get it. I get it. New York sucks. I get it. I get it.
Nah,
I don't know how you think like
just
rubbing
say
it
you're a
in.
Bills fan. Just say you're a Bills fan. It's all good.
I can't. I'm not a bandwagon, bro. I'm not doing that shit. I support all my New York teams.
All right. I need one more. I need another hot take. Let me think. I need a hot take. Because people got the MJF one. Ooh. Ooh.
I don't even know what the hell you said
I
with
mean,
the MJF one. What was wrong with that?
I said that it was, I think it's like, let me just pull it up because people's main thing about the MJF one, and they're like, I already told you before. Now that I think about it, but Cena and Psycho Sid and just idiocracy. I just said that in his promos compared to everyone in history. I just think that taking whole careers, MJF has some of the best promos. I'm not talking about in ring work. I'm not talking about anything in ring. Even then, his in ring isn't bad, but it hasn't been long, so I'm not going to be that guy. But in ring promos, it's been top tier. There's been nothing bad. His report card has been flawless. You can't tell me a bad MJF promo, and I don't think that's crazy. And then the strength of the
That
promos
isn't.
he's had have been pretty big. And then against the people it's been against have been pretty big. If it was against I'm not gonna count his. I'm not gonna say, oh, his promo against Eddie Kingston was really good, because I hate Eddie Kingston. He's not credible. I don't care about Eddie Kingston. But
Eddie Kingston's fat.
hey, I don't mind. Don't get me started, Eddie Kingston. But his promo against other people like CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho, William Regal, goats, actual goats. John Moxley, like, must I go on? Kenny Omega, like, bro, it's crazy. It's so crazy. They're all great. They're all great. You can't sit here and tell me a single one where you didn't walk away. It's like, nah, he low-key wasn't spitting. Funny, quick, he's witty. He did as a heel promos, face promos. They're all great. Like, what? And people are like, oh, John Cena. A lot of John Cena's promos aren't great. They're not that good. When he says fine speech and does like Roman or Rock Bad, or it's good. Don't get it twisted. He has really good one-liners, but when you sit here and listen to him talk, for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. You like I can't listen to a 30-minute John Cena promo like I can an MJF promo at all.
Oh my god, the John Cena glaze. Again, people said to me, "Oh, this must be a new fan. He must have just started watching wrestling like yesterday, huh? He must be a Gen Zer." Did y'all forget how bad John Cena's promos were in about 2010 when he was cutting promos about my WoW password is like fancy pants 9,000. He was said this in a promo, bro.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
talking
I
about his
remember. I
username
remember.
was like fancy pants 9,000 and shit. Like, bro, people forget some of the worst some of the worst moments. Conveniently, this is the reason why we hated him. This is the reason why we booed him, because he was corny, because he was cutting stupid promos like a freaking child. He cut very bad. He's had some of the greatest promos of all time. Yes. He's also had some of the worst promos of all time. There are some very bad John Cena promos that you could find. Okay, there are very bad ones. People like to whitewash this and forget it and like, act like it didn't happen. Like all John Cena promos are him like destroying people, verbally
Yeah,
assassinating people. Hell
literally.
no. Some of
I
his
was like,
stuff
see,
is garbage. Okay,
yeah.
steaming
I,
hot garbage.
Yeah, no, that was my whole thing. I was like, it's not all great. I was like, John Cena doesn't have these profound promos. Like, no one can see or tell me because Punk. My whole thing, I said Punk. I said I'm not saying he's above Punk because he's not. MJF isn't above Punk. MJF is closer. He's closer to The Rock. I think Punk is the best on the mic ever because there's a lot of Rock's things.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
I think it's
That's a
better
hot take.
because I think it's Rock, Punk, MJF for me. Those are the top three. My only like
Oh
it's
my god.
what is that?
I
Is that a
disagree
hot?
with all of it. I disagree with
That was
that. I
that
disagree
was
with
the
all that.
main point. I said MJF is third all time behind Rock and Punk. That was my old thing. And people are saying Punk isn't even top 10, and I was like, whoa. And they're like Rock isn't even top 15, and I was like, whoa. I was like,
Rock is a top
whoa.
50. Like,
I
what
was
does
like,
this list look like to you?
whoa.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I want
That's
to
what
see
I
these lists.
asked. That's
Okay,
what I was
Rock's not
asking.
top 15.
That's what I
Who
was
the fuck?
asking.
Who's in your list?
Like a couple of people gave lists. A couple of people. I guess one
I
guy
think The
said
Rock's
what.
overrated. I think he's heavily overrated when it comes to mic skills.
I get it. That's why I say that's why I think MJF's closer to Rock than he is. That's why I say Punk is the GOAT. And
Shit,
Rock
I
is
would
second.
argue. You know what? Here's a hot take.
It's just Rock's had a lot of like memorable
MJF. I think
promos,
MJF
bro.
might be a better promo than The Rock.
And that's not crazy because Rock a lot of like my whole thing with the Rock is the same thing I say with Cena. It's really catchphrasy and one linery. The Rock just had it's like his it's the quantity of them. It's not the quality. He has a lot of good one like a lot of good back and forth, a lot of good chirps. But the ones that are
That's
bad are bad. The ones he hasn't had all great ones, but in the Rock's career, there's been more good ones than bad ones also. And when they're good, they're good. They really hit. And like Cena's career, I think you could really say has been more bad than good, or a lot of a lot of it does its job type of thing. You know, that's what I think. But that
And
was
most of his promos, if you're really being honest, most of his promos are just him slut shaming women and being a homophobe. That's like a
yeah.
90% of his promos up to like 2010 is like that. That's all it is,
Yeah. I
dude.
was like, see, you can't even say Cena. Like my whole thing was Cena that I get he's an all around guy. Cena's the goat. Like don't get it twisted. Cena's the goat. But I get he's an all around guy. I was like, so you can't say Cena's like insanely funny. You can't say because I think Kurt Angle's funnier on the mic than John Cena. Kurt Angle was
Oh my
funny.
god, Craig
Kurt
was
Angle was funny.
hilarious.
He was hilarious on the mic. You're a boy in a man's world. And I'm a man that
Yes.
loves to play with boys. And that was John Cena's never had a line that funny in my life. You can't say he's like this breaking down. You're in the ring. You can't you just can't say he's that type of guy. He's not really a vicious where he says something insanely personal. He's just kind of there. I mean, he gets the job done. Don't get it twisted. But I feel like I don't know. The only other person I'll say that's on here that I probably didn't get I kind of forgot to mention is like even like people are saying the Miz a lot, and not Miz is great. Don't get it twisted, but I'm like I don't know. Like I can't. The Miz has some really good promos, but I think people are thinking of Prime Miz. That's my whole thing. Like
You know
2016
what's
IC title Miz. That's my whole thing. Because no one liked the Miz promos when he was with John Morrison, for example. Be serious with yourself. Like be for
why
real.
has nobody mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin
Stone Cold's
at
promos
all
are
during
not
this
that
entire
great.
debate?
No, Stone Cold's not. Stone Cold's not. I think
I'm gonna
one
leave.
guy
I'm gonna
did.
leave this chat right now. I'm gonna leave this chat right now.
One guy said, yeah,
You better take that back.
Stone Cold, like
You better take that back.
compared to MJF, they weren't that great.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was because I can't sit here and be like, oh, his was good, but John's was bad because he was better than Stone Cold's better than John. Don't get it messed up. Stone Cold's
Stone Cold
tops.
is the greatest talker of all time.
What? I don't know, bro.
Are
I
you
think
saying what? Like that's crazy? That's like
what?
I think it's just normal.
It's not a crazy take, but it's like I don't know. I feel like a lot of Stone Cold's
That's a
thing.
normal take.
I feel like a lot of Stone Cold's thing was that he said like, oh, he said bastard and fuck, and he did the middle finger. You know, he was kind of edgy in a way for that time. I'm not saying it was like I'm not saying
Oh,
like the attitude era, like that era some crazy shit happened, but he was like, and he was the rebel. You know, he was the rebel. He said son of a bitch when no one else said son of a bitch. He said
that's not
fucking
why he was popular though. It's because his promos
ah.
were actually like entertaining. He would
They were
actually know
entertaining,
how to
yeah. They were
capture an
entertaining,
audience and make
yeah.
you want to
But
watch him fight
could
because
you
he felt
sit
like a real person.
could you sit here and listen to Stone Cold do a promo for 30 minutes straight and just be locked in?
Absolutely.
I would say
Absolutely, I would be locked in. I
Stone
think
Cold
I've
is
done
your
that. I
goat.
watched compilations of Stone Cold cutting promos
I was
from the '90s and the '97. So that's some of my favorite content from WWE is Stone Cold's promos from '97. It's some of the best stuff you've ever heard. It's hilarious. It's amazing. It's captivating. Oh my god! See his promos on Gorilla Monsoon. You call yourself a gorilla, but you yeehaw like a jackass. How can you beat that? That's amazing stuff. Come on. Come on, bro. That is amazing stuff. I don't think
holy
that's
shit, the
topped.
Broncos
I
are
don't think
losing.
anybody. I don't think that could be topped. I don't think his one-liners, his promo skills, his ability to actually connect with the audience, the fact that he actually sounds like he's genuine and like he actually believes the things he's saying as well. Like when I hear a Stone Cold promo, I
Yeah.
don't feel like he's reading a script. I don't feel like he's like playing a character. I feel like that's Stone Cold. He's telling me what he really believes.
Holy shit, the Giants are up.
No way.
Holy shit. They're up by 2 points. The Broncos have to kick a
Really? Come
field
on,
goal. Holy fuck.
my Giants.
Fuck the Giants, bro. Oh my god. There's no way they're
You're
selling
not even
this.
from Denver.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm a
Watch
Bronco fan. I just remember I was a Bronco fan since I was a boy, a wee little boy. But yeah,
literally.
I got one more take I was gonna say, and then we start talking about the MJF stuff.
That's
Uh,
crazy to me. That you don't even think Stone Cold's top. I didn't even hear him on your top three.
he's not top
Where
three
would
to
he be
me.
on
Oh shit,
your list?
he's top five.
So was he number five? Where's he on your list?
He's either number 4 or 5. Yeah,
Damn. So who's number four and who's number four or number five?
it'd either be
Like, who
fucking
would be your top five?
it's so top five, no order. MJF, Punk, Cena, MJF, Punk, Cena, Stone Cold, and then for the fifth one, the fifth greatest talker ever. I'm trying to think like my era. I don't want to put Cena there because I don't think Cena's top five. Trying to think whose promos. I want to say like Y2J, but I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think I'd say
from our era.
Y2J. Not even from R, just in general. I'm just trying to think. I don't know who the fifth would be. I don't know who the fifth would be.
I
Honestly,
think I got a solid list. I get to come up with right now.
I don't think
My
who the
number
fifth.
one.
I don't know who the fifth would be.
My number one probably would be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Obviously, I think number two would have to be CM Punk. He probably is number two. He's just so good on the mic. He just can just cut promos seamlessly. Number three, mm, I'm gonna I'm gonna say through number three. I might have to agree with you on the MGF one. He might be MJF. I think MJF is number three. He's probably he's honestly one of the greatest promos of all time. I'm probably not gonna put any of those '80s wrestlers. Unfortunately, the coked up promos are funny, but like they're not really that great. The Rock. I guess The Rock. Even though I don't really like his promos, I do have to respect the craft and that he does have some great. He does have some of the greatest promos of all time. Even though I don't really like some of his stuff personally, I do respect the fact that he does have some like great content. He does have great or a great connection with the fans, and his promo skills are unmatched, honestly, in a lot of ways. And then number five for me, actually, I think The Rock would be number five. My number four would probably be Mick Foley for
Mick
promo
Foley.
skills.
No one
Number
mentioned like
four.
one guy mentioned Mick Foley, which is kind of crazy. Only one.
Mick Foley's one of the greatest promos of all time, man. It's underrated because everyone looks at him as like a stunt man. They don't really look at him for his promos and his character, but that stuff is
My
great too.
my whole problem with a lot of people on here is that they're mentioning people who had one or two like all not even say all time promos, one or two notable promos. People are saying the Miz. The Miz's has two notable promos to me, and one of them's a Daniel Bryan thing. That's not even a promo, but I'll count it. It's like I hate like guess everyone's saying, oh, look at the Daniel Bryan smack talk. Look at the Daniel Bryan. It's
That's the
stupid to
greatest
me.
of all time to you. That was good, but like you think that's like GOAT status, where it's like
That's
this
like what
guy is
people
better
that's
than
like
everybody.
people's thing with the Miz. That's the only reason people say the Miz. No one can give me 10 Miz. No one can give me their top 5 Miz promos. No one. I don't care. I like the Miz a
It's
lot.
that
Miz is a Hall of Fame,
that one.
two-time Grand Slam champion, but no one can give me their top 5 Miz promos to sit here and argue with me that he's better than MJF on the sticks. Like no one can. Nobody. Like you can't give me 10 Miz lines. Like you just can't.
I can give you one Miz line.
Yeah. Anyone can give me one
I'm
Miz
the bit.
line. Yeah, anyone can give me a Miz line. But man, you can't give me like. Don't even get me started. But yeah, my whole thing, because I've been pretty on this, said that Tony Storm is, in my opinion, the best women's wrestler on the planet right now. When you include in-ring talent, you include her character work. To me, she has the best character in wrestling. There's nothing else to say about that, in my opinion. You only want to go woman, but in wrestling in general, she has the best character. When you include in-ring talent, her character, her mic work, her presentation, everything about Tony Storm screams the GOAT. I don't think she's the best wrestler in the world, but woman, I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close with a lot of people. I know a lot of people are probably gonna say Io Sky, but I think when you include everything that actually involves wrestling, then I don't think it's that close. I just don't think you look at Tony Storm's feud. She had the greatest women's wrestling match ever with Mariah May. The Hollywood ending was the greatest women's wrestling match ever, in my opinion. And one thing I kind of hate, not about Tony Storm, but about the IWC in general, is that she'll never get recognized for it. Clearly, because she's in AEW and she can't. She's probably not ever gonna be able to fight Rhea and Bianca and Naomi and Io and all these people while she's in her prime, like right now. And it's the one thing I kind of so she'll never be recognized. Like when I post this, people won't recognize her as the best. When I just don't think it's that close. I don't think it's that close. I feel like a lot of people's characters are really one dimensional, especially in the WWE. And I think that and people are going to disagree, but I just feel like that's the case. That's why it's the case. When you come to women's matches, I think she's had some of the best ever, some of the most memorable ones. It's not going to be advertised as good because it's not, she's not part of the mainstream company, but it's just how I feel. She's the best on the planet right now and has been the best for a while, for the last year and a half, 2 years, in my opinion. That's me, though. But what do I
I don't
know?
want
Who's the GOAT?
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry.
Nah, it's over anyway. It's the last time I'm talking.